Greeting beans out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim, and currently as the professor. And this is, well, we're working on the RAOW system today. I always want to say, this is a particular game title, and then it's like, wait, we're not actually playing a game right now, we're just working on stuff.
RAOW.
And hello there, Zorro. Give me back my damn clothes. Thanks to you, I just got demonetized. Ugh.
Zorro loves stealing your clothes.
Zorro does. Yes. This is very true.
Alright. My reactive is nice and updated for game later now.
Oh, I already updated my reactive. I still very much enjoy the art for Squirrel.
Oh yeah, Squirrel's art's great.
I worked hard on designing him.
Yeah.
It's always very satisfying to have a nice design come together. Of course, it wouldn't be possible without Mirai. They are just incredible and very patient with me. Literally, some of these I will be like, adjust it slightly this way. Okay, no, put it back. Okay, now put it this way. Can I see that in 5 different versions?
Meanwhile, here I am just going, yes, Zora, yes, Murkrow.
Well, to be fair, it is part of why I do get a lot of compliments on my characters' designs. And, well, the reason for that is I'm very picky.
It's fair. I know that one of the reasons that I haven't gone as hard when it came to Shade or Vayne is just the fact that if they don't, like, one of the big things that I do all the time is, like, go really fucking hard on character backstories, and I intentionally can't for these.
Yeah. I'm very big on the character backstories as well. Like, hello there, Kobiak. Like, for Hunter, he was always a Pokemon. So I've got backstory and stuff for him. But with the other, Jet and Squirrel, it's like, I can't do backstory, so I haven't set up a page for them on my site and stuff. Also, hi, Oram.
Hi.
We're doing Pokemon things.
Are you doing good at Pokemon things or bad at Pokemon things?
I'm doing development on Pokemon things, so it will require playtesting to decide if it's good or bad.
Are you being smart about them?
Yes.
Who do you have helping you?
Taldarius.
Okay, you're good.
Am I not allowed to do it on my own?
You don't know enough about Pokemon.
Harsh! Holy shit, Orb.
I'm just gonna point out that I didn't forget about Drowsy and Frostbite.
Well, to be fair, Frostbite's only a thing in Arceus.
Thing that's only been in a side game.
Yeah, it's not in a
It's
main
still
line.
important.
Do you want me to put in Adrenaline and Top Gear and
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, please remember that I do only have so much space for
You don't
status
even know what
effects
those
on the
are.
sheet without revamping a ton of shit. Like, currently it's burn, frozen, paralyzed, poison, toxic,
character can give to your
bound,
opponent.
stuck, love, sleep, and confusion.
Okay. Okay, Orem, I am A-okay with buffs. Those are useful for a tabletop game. Taldarius, on the character sheet, I don't think we really need to have a separate... Where the hell's it? Well, I'll use this one. Yeah, I don't think we need to have a checkbox for status effects. It would probably be better to just have that be an empty box that they can just type into. Yes, I know it's a bit more work, but then you don't have to update it every time we're like, hey, let's add this status effect. Or, you know, the 10,000 freaking status effects there are.
Okay, so instead you just want me to leave it a blank box like how, you know, like XP purchases is.
Yes.
Okay, well, it's not more work, that's less work.
Well, yeah. That's... I meant more work for the players.
Oh, yeah.
And, Kobiak, the second one.
Anyways, right now I was actually going to be working on the whole equipment thing.
Well, before you work on that, I would like your feedback on what I've done with the status effects so far.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Well, Kobiak, as far as that goes, while I do not like the design for Drowsy and Hypno, I will say they always are remembered purely because I, you know, I have an interest in Hypno.
Yes. Okay, so you have disabled, flinch, taunted, and tormented as 4 XP. I feel like flinch only lasts for a single turn, but it's really strong.
Yeah, that's why I left it as that 4. Because it is only one turn, but it is strong.
If you turn it into a different thing, it turns into stun. Like, if you just rename it, it's technically just a stun. Which a stun before. Well, a chance stun.
I say so. But I wasn't so much talking about the cost for them, because that's something that we'll evaluate as we play.
Alright.
I mean, we can still go over the cost. That probably isn't a bad idea, but the main thing I want are the mechanics of these effects, which are on the main RAOW document.
Yeah. That's right above where we saw the sculpt. Okay, for moves that have a chance to increase your own stats, you roll a d10 based on the move's info. For example, charge me a 7% chance. In this case, you roll 1 through 7. Okay, so we have... Okay, yeah, so we have this as a roll under. That's okay, yeah. For moves that have a chance to do next effect on the opponent, you roll a d10 based on the chance. Plus 20.
So the reason why I add a plus 20% to the chance is because then after they roll the chance, it goes to a roll off to resist. So I figured give them a better chance for the extra effect to actually activate, to make up for the fact that, okay, I rolled the chance for it to activate, and they just resisted it. So it doesn't actually do anything.
Our modest fellowship expands. Praise the sub.
Kieran Snowden just resubscribed for 9 months. Razim Duke.
Hello there, Kieran. Also, thank you so much for that resub and your 9 months of support. Hello, Streamer Baby. Also, Lemon, I forgot to start up the Marten bot. I apologize. Oh my god. The nostalgia is real! Hello, Digi.
Okay. So, instead of, like, having it go through, like, this multiple thing, do we just want to, like, try, like, every 10% chance on a move is, like, the strength rating of the effect, and then they have to get, like, a certain... I don't know. I feel like the 20... People are going to forget about the 20%.
If they do, then that's their own... Then, okay. If they forget about the extra 20%, then they lose out on the chance to get it.
Do we want to just try to bake in the 20% into the move list?
I would say no.
But because we could also just note down in the creation moves that, like, you know, if you select the effect, you start at 20%. And then everything you purchase beyond that.
I say they need to read the rules. Mostly because it's
Alright.
less work on us right now.
Alright. I'm just saying, like, this is one of the rules where I look at and I'm like, okay, look, I understand it, but, like, it's written in a bit of an arbitrary... Maybe it's just how it's written right now. We can, you know... It'll be changed later. Like everything else in this document. Woo. Okay. Soul plus relevant expertise. Soul plus integrity. Tackle lens ties. Okay, so only one battle status effect and persistent status effect can be attempted to resist each turn. Those are written as nouns. Where are those defined?
Scroll down.
Okay.
Battle status effects and persistent status effect.
The reason I was asking is because it's not on the left side and we don't have it subheaded on the left side. So I was asking instead of trying to like search around.
Yeah, it's just a... When it comes to Google Docs, it only uses the... like, they are set up as subtitles.
Oh, no. So you need to have it as a different heading if you want it to do that. That's why it's heading 1, 2, and 3, and each one gets smaller. If you make it heading 2, it will, you know... Actually, wait, do you have these listed as title? Okay, you do have these listed as title. Okay. So if I change it... Yeah. See, now it shows up on the left side underneath. And heading 1 kicks it over by 1. So you want it to be title, and then it's heading 1, heading 2. That's why I went, oh, you put it as title. So yeah, it needs to be heading 1. We could change heading 1 to be whatever we want.
Okay, so title, and then... We'll do heading 1. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
that's how you get the side thing. Trust me, I was losing my mind originally trying to figure when I was first really going into Google Docs, and doing a bunch of shit in it, how to get this to properly work. I swear to God, I was losing my mind to figure this out. So I don't blame you at all. So basically, my understanding of it is that title, is the leftmost one. The subtitle is just meant to describe
Yeah.
the title, and then the headings are for the actual thing. So now you can just change the heading 1 to be whatever thing you like, and then you just hover over it and update heading 1 to match.
Already done.
Alright.
Oh, hey, it updates all of them that I set. Cool.
Yep, it updates all of it. That's why it says update heading 1 to match. Great.
But yeah, how are you? How are you, Enja?
Doing all right. Making sure I've got more stuff set up, and I figured that, I'm not doing anything that requires audio at the moment. I should listen to this, and peer along, make sure that I'm up to date with rule changes. I glance every now and then, but I am in nursing classes also, so I may forget things.
Oh, hey, wait, we changed stab to only affect accuracy?
Yes. I wanted to... I did discuss that with you, a bit ago.
Yeah. Well, you said you were thinking about it, not that it was actually in the doc.
Yeah. I just didn't like the fact that you get... Because, I feel like it should be an extra chance. I understand why it would definitely fit for damage, but we also already have the super effective for damage. So
Yeah.
I wanted to split it out, and, well, the Pokemon games don't actually really have... Accuracy is more of a loose guideline in the Pokemon games.
Well, no, it's more like it is a literal, strict. If it's an 85% accuracy move, it has an 85% chance to hit. It doesn't, there's no thing where, we have a move that's technically 100% accurate here, but that just means you don't get a debuff.
Yeah. So I wanted to change that.
Also, so we're renaming volatile and non-volatile to battle and persistent.
Yes.
So battle status effects are... we may want to put it in there that these are normally described as volatile status effects. Or maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. But that's how a lot of people know it as volatile and non-volatile. So.
For Pokemon, yes.
Yeah.
And I did put in something along those lines for, I did put in a thing along those lines for, brain, work with me here. I completely lost my train of thought.
Oh, hey, we're putting drowsy as a persistent instead of a... Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so. Check something. Also, one thing that I wanted to bring up is maybe we should make the highlighting a little bit less severe. Okay, if you just
Okay.
go down to like battle status effects, I could just like give an example. Where if we just like kick it down one notch, it looks a lot less, like, you know. I feel like it's a lot easier on the eyes.
Okay.
'Cause I just changed that just to like give an example. Well, because the reason that I was bringing it up is because, like, you know, I know the one we have for like the purple makes it really hard to
Yeah.
sometimes read what's there.
I just
So
want it to be obvious that, you know, the different colors.
yeah, I want to keep the colors. I just want, like, you know, knock it down an intensity. It's more what I was bringing up, just to, you know. Oh yeah, because if you go down to magic items, reading that is hellish.
Okay. Well, go up to the top. Let me know what you think of those colors.
Yeah, you just kicked it up a notch on all of them. Yeah, that's fine. It actually, like, you know, on the purple ones, it actually looks readable now. I just wanted to bring it up because I was getting, like, consistently annoyed at the purple being hard to read.
It's fair. Are you just gonna go adjust them all for me?
Yeah, I'm just adjusting them all right now.
Okay.
I'm the one that wanted it. I shall fix it. It is only fair.
Hey, Merle, how are ya? Also, let me get you your Marten video now, Lemon. Sorry for the delay.
Joke.
I can actually read the magic item section now. Wonderful. I mean, hey, you got to admit, I kind of had a point on the purple.
Yeah, you did. I agreed on. I did think the same general thing, is that it was a little much, but I couldn't think of a good way to do it otherwise.
Without it being, you know.
while keeping it
Right.
obvious.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I liked the colors. It was just hard to read.
Yeah.
So I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna make it so it's no longer hard to read. Like, we already, like, look, we're already kind of committing, like, organizational sins with how we have this laid out a bit. I am not going to be...
Improve with time.
I am not going to be fighting to actually read the content, too.
Yeah. I'm debating if I want to start splitting up different sections into other documents. But then again, I feel like that would be a little too much.
It would be, but also now we have an actual, like, usable outline sidebar that we can use to skip around.
This is very true.
Okay. So charm, infatuation is... Infatuation. In the moves for charm, I did write that they still had to have a gender for it to work. Do we want that to still be a thing or no?
No. I am okay with, you know, two male Pokemon loving each other.
No, I said had to have a gender because there's...
Well, yes, but that's still regardless of the gender. Or I guess
yes,
I can
regardless.
put in there regardless of the gender or lack thereof.
Oh yeah, okay.
Believe me, I know plenty of people that don't care if that thing doesn't have a gender. They will still, you know.
Oh no, I meant for, like, you know, the genderless Pokemon to be affected.
I'm aware of what you're meaning, and I am saying yes.
Alright, because your counterpoint was people would fuck the Rock, and I'm like, well, yes, but would the Rock want to fuck? If it doesn't have, like, you know, the ability to.
It has a poop hole.
Please show me on the Voltorb where the poop hole is.
It needs to eat. It has somewhere that you know, waste goes. And again, I suppose Voltorb just gets, you know, it just gets charged with electricity, but I don't care, we're going to... Are you saying that every relationship has to be sexual?
It's literally infatuation, I mean...
Well, yes. You can love somebody without it being sexual. The effect does not say that they just start, you know, humping on the battlefield. The effect is just that they are in love.
Alright.
Good luck, Gib Gab. I specifically have that this channel has the potential of that at all times.
True, he does. If you, like, you know,
Sexual
you do get warnings
themes.
when you click on his stream. Okay.
I have no idea what you just said there, Gib Gab.
Gib said SMH. SMH my head.
Oh.
So one thing I've noticed in Confusion is that it does not say for the 4 through 6 section that it would also take up their action for that turn. And also, if they move in a random direction, can they still do their action, or does it only affect the movement?
Okay, I will clarify that. Place of their action. Stop autocorrecting afflicted to affiliated. Literally every time I try to type in afflicted, it autocorrects it to affiliated for some reason.
Check your personal dictionary.
I have no idea how to do that. And I know for a damn well fact that I have not set up anything like that.
Tools, spelling, and grammar personal dictionary. There's that, which is also how you check things, as well as, there's also preferences you can go through. There's one where it's automatically correct spelling. You can unclick that. There's substitutions that you could go through in order to try to figure out what's going on.
That feels like effort.
Okay, then I guess it's not that big of a problem.
I'll try to catch it next time.
This effect can be applied multiple times, applying to a different move maneuver combo each time. So, does that mean, like, it stacks? Because that's what I think it's... I think it's saying that it stacks.
Yes.
Okay. How expensive do we disable? Okay. I see we are implementing Extreme Save or Suck.
What do you mean?
Oh, so, like, if someone makes a disable move, and then, like, spams it against the boss. Viable save or suck.
Yeah, but in this, the reason why I allow that one to stack is because we are not limited to just 4 moves.
Yeah.
Like in the Pokemon games, yeah, that takes out 25% of your capability. Whereas in this, it's like you could have every freaking move in the system if you want, and that quickly makes disabled useless.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, in the Pokemon games, disabled is really powerful. In this one, oh, you disabled one of my 50 moves? Oh, that move was growl. Oh dear.
To be fair, if you disable growl, you're kind of a fucking idiot. Like, no offense.
I mean, it
You
applies to
kind
the
of
last.
deserve it at that point.
It applies to the last one that's used, so you know. I can't
Well,
tell
yeah,
you
but
how
it ain't-
many.
It's an unforced error. Like, it ain't like, okay, look, it ain't like we have them all write down, like, the fucking move they're going to use beforehand to place it in the middle of the table in turn order, and then all of it resolves. Like, they could just choose to not use a disable move.
Okay, that's fair.
Like,
I
they
was
literally just don't have to use it.
My joke was based on the video games, where I can't tell you how many times I have literally used one of. I have gone to use disabled, and the other Pokemon goes first, and it's like, I growl at you. I'm like, God damn it!
This is why you
Really?
don't use disable on a Pokemon that isn't speed.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Flinch, stuns, yada. Sealed. It can be... Okay, wait. Self-applied effect. It can be resisted with a bonus action per move. Okay, so it's self-applied. So there's... Okay.
So this comes from the move, I believe it was Imprisoned.
Imprisoned.
Where-
Trust me, I know Imprisoned. It is... I know Imprisoned. The thing that I'm getting confused over is that it's a self-applied effect and does not require an initial roll for resistance, and it can be resisted with a bonus action per move on subsequent turns. The thing that I am confused about is that since it's not applied to an enemy who's resisting.
Alright, we'll just remove the self-applied part.
Well, okay, so
Why is that a problem?
okay, so if it's self-applied, that means that the effect is on the user.
I already removed the self-applied.
Look. I'm just re-explaining it because you literally said you didn't know why it was a problem.
No, when I said I'll remove that, you started to say in your tone of voice that there's a problem with this still, and I'm like, well, what's the problem? I removed what seemed to be the problem.
Okay. So now that that's gone, then does it? So it just says causes opponents. Does it cause all opponents? Does it cause like opponents within line of sight? Does it affect opponents that join the battle later? And another thing that I want to bring up, I did want to I did want to bring this up. We never actually put in a definition for a bonus action.
That is something that I will be going into at some point very soon.
The reason I was just bringing it up is because we've had that as the vigor and willpower thing forever, but we've never defined it.
What do you mean the vigor
But,
and
When
Oh,
you
that they
both of
use it as
skill,
a
it's
bonus.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've
that
had
is-
it in there forever. We just never defined it.
Yeah, that is something that I will be defining, which is actions as a whole.
All right. So, self-applied 20 feet to be unable to use any move the user knows this effect lasts the remainder of the battle. This initial roll for resistance. Those affected by this effect can resist with a bonus action. Okay, so I have another question about sealed. Because it is centered around the user, if the user moves away from someone affected, basically, like let's say that they're attacking someone else and it pulls them out of the range that they were barely in, and then it the initial thing, the other person that just got out of sealed now moves back within the range. Does that count as initial? Do they get to roll for resistance? Because it doesn't allow an initial roll, but if they move out and then back in, is it now the initial again?
There is no initial roll for resistance.
Yes. But does it count as it being the initial effect if they move out and then back in?
There is
That's
no
my
initial effect.
Well, the moment that they get within 20 feet of the user, they can no longer use the moves.
Correct.
Okay, but let's say they make it so that way they're able... Okay. So my question is that if someone is effectively or blocking the opponent on the edge of the radius in and out, does it count as the first application where it doesn't get resistance?
I don't understand your question.
All right, I'm just it's fine, whatever.
Hi, Avalios. I just don't understand the question.
It's fine.
Duke.
Turn around. Yep.
Yes. I should probably mention now that I've had it again. I'm in a hurricane warning area.
Oh,
Hopefully,
yeah.
I'll still be able to run. But yeah. Admittedly, I'd sort of forgotten because the wind had died down, the weather seemed good, even if everything was a little wet, and I hadn't had a power outage yet today. Then it happened again. Just for a short time, but I should tell people.
Remember, your safety is the biggest priority.
Yes.
Oh yes, I am aware. Like, there's not an evacuation notice yet, but they are telling people to, like, hey, make sure you have a lot of food and water stocked up. All right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Waffle House closed.
Yeah, but
You
I say
know it's
Waffle House Index
serious.
says danger.
Hey there, Dunbrine.
Okay, so why does tormented? Because I don't know why it's written like that. I just want to know the thought process. Why does it apply separately to moves and combat maneuvers?
I didn't really want them to. Fair enough. We'll just remove that.
Well, I just want to ask because I also haven't really seen the combat maneuvers section either, so I don't know exactly what the combat maneuver thing is.
Hey, somebody is a unicorn.
Hey, someone is. No, but see, like, are combat maneuvers written down?
They are something that I'm going to get into with the action section,
Okay.
which is going to be what I'll be working on after I finish with status effects and move costs. Because status effects and move costs, those are hand in hand because I'm going section by section with that.
Oh yeah, no, that's understandable. The reason why is because I'm just like, okay, because I was trying to figure out what exactly strike did, like combat maneuvers did, that they would be like affected separately. So that's why I was like asking you the thought process behind it rather than, because I don't know what combat maneuvers are supposed to do right now, so I can't tell if it's a good call or a bad call to have it be,
So combat maneuvers are going to be things like similar to bull rush, trip. Strike is going to be the I'm not using a move, but I'm still attacking you thing. It's going to be I'm still debating in my head how exactly it's going to work, but basically, you played the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, right?
Yeah.
So you know how you can use the moves, or you can just hit A, and you do a weak attack on them. That's strike.
Okay, well, in that case, like, why is it not? Okay, why does it not get past tormented then? Because basically at that point, like, tormented is mostly to like, it's not disable. It's just meant to like make it so you can't use the same thing twice.
Well, it's not going to. We'll remove that.
Okay. Sorry, I was just trying to like understand that because I'm like,
Hello, Lobaron. Yes, we have the Ender Kobold here.
I am not Ender and I am not a kobold either.
Okay, fair. You are Ender Bird.
I am not Ender.
Sounds like something a bird would say.
Okay. Drowsy. One additional difficulty when it.
Difficulty has been explained up in the
Yeah.
general system rules.
I immediately control F'd it when I saw it was capitalized.
Yeah.
Does this mean that always hits moves instead would be a -1 difficulty?
Always hits moves means that they skip the accuracy check.
That's what I thought, but I just wanted to check.
Yeah, they don't have a change on the difficulty or anything. They just skip accuracy, the accuracy versus evasion, and go straight to damage versus integrity.
Yep. In addition, attackers using a physical move. Capitalize that real quick. Physical. Receive 1 reduced difficulty on their damage rolls. On the flip side, special moves will suffer an increased difficulty on their damage. Okay. So it means that if someone's drowsy, it's easier to beat the shit out of them, and it's harder to mentally fuck with them.
Yes.
Cool.
That is so. The actual game mechanics is just physical moves do more damage, but I wanted to have that little bit of balance there, where mental ones are harder, whereas physical ones are still easier.
All right. And drowsy. Okay, so we did make it so that way drowsy does not progress during battle.
Correct. Hey, Seda.
Hi, Seda. How's it going, Seda?
I hope you're
I was
okay
gonna
with the
message
hurricane.
you. Yeah, I was actually gonna message you in a second. How you doing?
I am doing well. As of the 6 p.m. advisory, which was about 20 minutes ago, the closest point of approach for Hurricane Franklin has now passed, so the hurricane is now moving away from us.
Ooh.
There's still a band on the southern side of the hurricane that is currently impacting us and is bringing us some rain and some gusts, but hopefully everything goes relatively smoothly for the next few hours.
Well, that's good. I hope it does. Lobobron, actually, you can't post links. It just automatically replaces them with asterisks.
But I am going to step away for a moment because I just need to clean up and then get ready to cook dinner, so I'll be back to help chat about status effects in a bit.
Okay.
Alright.
Pill nest I go.
Yay. Okay, so now we have Frozen. Outside of attempts to resist. Okay, yep, so it does do the stunny lucky. Slow to half movement speed until another resist check. Only requires a bonus action on the secondary check. Do we want to put in that you cannot roll the resist check for the movement speed slow until the next turn, or do we want them to immediately unfreeze and then roll to resist the movement speed slow?
We'll do it next turn.
Target knows a fire type move or another option subject to done. Difficulty is lowered by 1 when attempting to free themselves. Single action. Okay, so do we want thaw moves to? Do we want to put in that thaw moves will unfreeze the user as normal or something like that, or automatically?
Thaw moves?
Yeah, they're in the actual Pokemon game. There are moves that you use that instantly thaw you out. So if you're frozen and you use them, it will immediately unfreeze you and you use the move.
I'm kind of wanting to avoid too many of those tags on moves.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
Tameo traded my stream with 4 viewers.
Hey, Tamayo, thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in. How was your stream? We're currently working on our RAOW tabletop system, which is a system for, mostly for, working on, it's for playing, various different, franchises and such. In this case, we're working on it for primarily Pokemon, but it'll also apply for Digimon and, Monster Hunter, and other such franchises. Oh, technical difficulties are never fun. But I'm glad it was good. Here in about an hour and a half, we're actually going to have one of our RAW games, Lost in Chaos. It's a lot of fun. You guys should stick around and check it out.
But like an example of a thaw move would be like Fire Spin.
Yeah, I know that those do exist. I'm just kind of wanting to avoid having those, too many of those, I'm just gonna call them tags.
Alright.
Well, I mean, I guess we could have them and just have them,
There's like 9 of them.
I guess they could be useful for adding in and coming up with some others potentially later.
We could also make it so that way, you know, there's a price on the move thing for it being a thaw move.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is the tags could also... Because, like, we do have the other tag of the while asleep tag. So, yeah, we will keep that, and, yeah, they can be thaw moves.
Yeah, I went ahead and pulled up the list. There's 9 of them. Burn Up, Flame Wheel, Flare Blitz,
one sec.
Fusion Flare.
Tama, do enjoy your curry, but I hope to see you again, and I hope you enjoy the game in a bit when we have it. Yeah, we'll go send me the list to the tags, and I will make sure to include them.
Yeah, it's a bit hard because it's not written in the best way. Give me a second. Okay, apparently...
Hey, Tama, check Telegram in a moment. I'm gonna send you my character for tonight.
Okay, you know what? I know for a fact that this is not the complete list because it doesn't have, like, Fire Spin on it, but here's a good... I know that in the move list, I listed them as thaw moves. If it said in the description that it thawed the user out.
Well, I'm not so worried about knowing which moves have which moves have that tag. I'm just worried. I want to know what the different tags are.
Oh, okay, so...
Hey there,
okay.
Spark.
Oh, that's... Ooh, okay.
Also, for the rest of you here, I'll go ahead and bring up Squirrel's art on stream real quick. Just because I can. But yeah, things like Thaw, the Thaw tag, the While Asleep tag, etc., those are things that we should make note of and assign a cost to.
Yeah, so the thing is that I don't know if there's like a complete list. Because I know there's different classifications. Just don't know if there's a good spot where they all are. Just by effect, maybe? Moves by effect. That looks like a good one. That looks like it's a pretty complete list.
I will say there are some moves that, like the drowsy effect, will also get
I was letting you choose.
removed from.
Alright.
Oh, Taldarius, something else that I was debating on. Should we have the resistance rolls go against the original roll? Or should we have the attacker and defender roll every time they try to resist?
When the effect starts. Okay, so I think there should be two things. Like, yeah, when the initial move gets used, that like causes the effect. What the user rolls will be the difficulty number, and the defender has to exceed the difficulty number, or whatever term we want to use for it, target number, yada yada. Resistance, well, like whatever term we want to use for it. Just have it be set at the beginning when the move is used. Because there's also, like, no timer. Like, let's say you roll something like shit and it immediately goes away. There's nothing saying that you can't retry it.
And yes, Loberon, I have to agree. I am contractually obligated. Or morally obligated.
But yeah, okay. So, frozen works. Paralysis isn't written in, but I mean it's paralysis. So, poison and badly poison, vigor plus integrity.
Paralysis was the next one I was going to work on.
Yeah, I was about to say it's going to be pretty self-explanatory though. So I mean, lol them just once per hour. Increase difficulty, and then increase by 1 damage per hour until cured. When successfully resisted, badly poison turns into regular poison.
So that section I am going to be revamping. After writing it, I decided to go with the Poison 1, Poison 2 building up thing instead of, you know, the poison and badly poisoned. So, like, moves that apply badly poisoned will just immediately go to Poison 2 instead of Poison 1.
Ah, okay.
I kind of like that system from Pokerroll.
Yeah, that's fair. And then sleep is sleep. Alright. Doo-doo. Oh,
What's up?
someone left.
Might have been Enja. Or
Probably
probably.
is.
Or actually, it could have been Seda because I think he was still in here. No, it was
No,
Enda.
Seda was in the super pillow nest.
Oh. Okay, Loboron.
Looks like Bro and Linden might both be a little late. And as long as a little late doesn't become a lot late.
There. I added the advanced effect information to the move costs.
Okay, so that one is actually not translated.
What exactly did you add? Sorry, I was.
I added advanced effect to the move cost spreadsheet.
Okay.
Hi, I lied to you about the fruit.
Let me. Advanced effect 15. Alright. So this is also, advanced effect is there in case we go, oh yeah, we want there to be burn levels and paralysis levels.
Yeah, there will be burn and such levels as well.
Alright.
Otherwise, they will be the advanced effects will be
Oh, that's a cat foot language.
they will have higher damage that they cause. They can be advanced by just succeeding on a burn check
Well, they
or
know
a burn
one,
roll.
one not be taken from D&D, and two to be something that's actually its own.
Uh,
So
I'm
one
explaining that
is
poorly.
generally
What I'm meaning is like
they have
you suffer burn.
so cat folk is
It
kind
starts
of
at burn
slow
1.
for the most
You
part.
get hit by
Mine is
something that
slow,
causes burn
but it's
again.
like
It
slightly
advances to burn 2.
if that
If you
makes
fail the
sense.
resistance thing.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
There is going to be a max of 3 for each, though.
As they probably call them.
Some of them will have more, higher damage, like, burn 2 will do more damage than burn 1. But
It would also probably
others,
progress the physical damage, Malice.
I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might.
Well, I mean, like, that way burn 1, if we do burn 1, burn 2, then we can make it so that way, the first level
Yeah.
isn't as bad in general,
Wait.
and then everything progresses. Yeah.
That's true.
But I get
We
what
could
you
do that.
I was just using it as
Others,
an example.
Joke.
like I'm considering doing the same with sleep, where instead it's the same as regular sleep, except it's just, you're in a deeper sleep, so therefore you need more to wake you up. Duke Duke. Oh, pizza rolls. Those are good.
Well, because they come attached to wires, so it might just be like it's connected.
It is still good, Loberon. Doesn't matter what brand it is.
And they're like, you, what the fuck? But the cup has some adorable stuff on it.
Alright, so I'm adding in here drowsy, you know, the various advanced status effects. I lowered the the chance for only one action for drowsy to be 20%. And then drowsy 2 is 30, drowsy 3 is 40, and physical moves receive 2 reduced difficulty on their damage
The people,
instead of only 1.
the other two are hard to see.
Frozen, they can be more frozen, but they don't have additional effects beyond just making it more difficult to get out of it. Sound good so far?
Sounds pretty good. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna fit this.
Fit what?
Oh, I'm looking because I mostly had looked at the all of the status effect things already, and now you're just working on new stuff. I was looking at the character sheet.
Well, like I said, with the status effects, just make it an empty box for them to type in.
Oh yeah, well I'm not. I already did that. I'm talking about something else.
Oh, okay. Also, my argument for out of battle only doing 1 damage per hour instead of per turn with poison is you're not as you're not as active, and therefore adrenaline isn't running
Yeah.
and pumping that blood, the poison faster. I think if I do wind up with another Pokemon game at some point, I may play a Smeargle. I think it would be interesting. Plus, Smeargle's kind of adorable.
True.
Oh, Loboron, why must you tease me so? Taldarius ban Loboron.
No, Lobron's too cute to ban.
But, food.
This is true.
Who have we gained?
Tis me again.
Oh,
Hello again. Did you lose net or leave on your own, or?
Yes, power.
Oof.
But I think it's stabilizing. because I've assumed because it sounds like the rain is.
I hope so. I enjoy this game. I just hope that the other players are enjoying it as well. Namely,
Hope so.
Rob and Raharu.
Braharu has told me that he's really bad at butting in, so I told him, like, guys, if you want to do something, you kind of have to push to the front.
Well, as far as
But
that
I will-
goes, I'll message him and tell him that I do keep my eye on my DMs, so if he wants to butt in, I can make sure he
Yes.
gets a spot. Oh, my new art has been posted.
Ooh.
I decided to get some art of my original Sona again. Just because I
still need-
wanted to.
Yeah, I still need to brush off, like, my memories of my original Sona. From about 13 years ago. I had 0 purple back then. That only lasted a couple months, though.
So many things to work on. Not enough time.
True.
So is it.
Hmm.
Alright, let's actually get this paralysis straightened out. Instead of be delaying it and procrastinating it and...
It's not like it's something you want to, say.
I guess I mean, I was joking with the stream title, and then it turns out that that's actually what I'm doing here, where I'm just like, I don't know if I want to figure this out yet.
Worked up an idea of a restoration thing.
Ow! Well, dropping an anvil on my head isn't gonna help, Lightning Dragon. Hi there, Seda. And yes, I am having some creative paralysis.
Hi, Sada.
No, nothing that sounds vaguely like isekai. But nowadays, everything would sound vaguely like isekai.
Head pats do help.
That is true. Head pats always help.
Hello there, I do things.
Joke.
Hello there, Sirio.
We're not going to judge you, because everyone has their shit taste. You like isekai, arms, fairy tale, and One Piece Naruto. Lincoln likes RAOW.
Here's to new beginnings.
Louis Jack, thank you very much for that follow and welcome.
A,
I hope I said that name right.
talked a really good premise. And B, it was kind
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and move to another one. The blast of nostalgia is nice, but let's move to a different playlist.
Promise is something that never comes before.
Or we'll move to No Life Radio. No Life Radio is
Care
good.
about those things or don't understand them.
Most of the time.
You get what I'm saying?
Also, I'm definitely not going the route with paralysis that Poker Roll does, where you get no chance to resist. It's just boom, you have this for 24 hours.
Yeah, that was always pretty funny.
Our illustrious champion returns.
Just a little much.
Welcome home.
Sirio Khan just resubscribed for 27 months. Razim Heart.
Sirio, thank you so much for that resub and your 27 months of support. Hey Seda, if you're still out there listening, you should really hurry back in here. Considering we're gonna have game in like 45 minutes, and I'd love to get your feedback on stuff. Gook.
Oh. It does Seda.
Well, if you really want me that bad, you're gonna have to put up with big cooking noises.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
I'm seeing a lot of things first, but I'm not seeing
So what do you want my opinion on? Unfortunately, I won't be able to look at the document while I'm cooking. I was kind of intending to like pop in later, but yeah, you guys have the game, so I'll have to. We can do now.
Well, what all did you actually look at?
I looked at the statuses as they were last night, and I looked at actually, I think you were just adding like drowsy in there. So if you had anything new since last night, then I have not seen it.
Alright, well, drowsy makes it harder to evade attacks. Also, attackers using a physical move will have a higher chance of doing more damage. Attackers using special moves will have a harder time doing more damage.
Alright.
It's not true to the game exactly, but that's how I'm kind of wanting to interpret it for this system.
Fair.
Afflicted have a 20% chance to only have one action during their turn.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, one main thing that I did add is that there are going to be tiers up to 3 for the persistent status effects. So they can get stronger or just simply be harder to shake off. Like for sleep,
Makes sense.
like sleep, you can be put into a deeper sleep with, you get hit by multiple uses of sleep powder and it's gonna be harder to wake up. But the like sleep does not have an additional effect for sleep 2. If you do roll to resist for, like, say you've got sleep 2, if you roll to resist that, then you go to sleep 1 instead of just waking up.
Now the question is, can someone restack sleep in terms of like, if let's just say you're on sleep 3, can someone like essentially keep on just spamming sleep powder on you just to keep you on sleep 3, or basically does it have basically no effect because you're already in the deepest level of sleep possible?
It'll have no effect if you're already on the deepest. That said, if if you're on sleep 3 and then resist to go to sleep 2, then they can put you back to sleep 3.
But I'm just imagining some very evil encounters now, where you just have a entire gang that just specializes in like giving you like status conditions, but all the same status condition.
Oh, absolutely a storyteller could do that. That is 100% something that's possible. Yeah, that is something that is very much possible, and intended to be possible. We're not going to have badly poisoned as it stands in the system, or in Pokemon itself. Instead, it'll just be poison 2, which instead of dealing only 1 damage per turn, it deals 2, and it increases the difficulty to assist or to resist or be assisted by 1.
Makes sense.
Though I am debating whether I want to do the damage over time stuff as a set number or a percentage of max health. Like, percentage of max health is harder to calculate for people, but at the same time, it makes it so the move is still relevant later on.
Yeah, because like I think like what poison does like 1/16 or something, and badly poison does 1/8 of health.
Badly poisoned does an increasing amount, which we won't have that. Like every turn that you're affected by it, it does more and more damage. Also, hi Abby.
That'd be
Hi,
cute.
Abby. Abby is cute. Quick, someone use the command.
I'm a puppy. I'm a puppy.
See, there's the proof right there. Abby is puppy. Therefore,
Abby, best puppy.
I'm just debating if I want to go that route, because again, it'll mean having to calculate it. Yeah, we're working on the RAOW system, Abby. What were you gonna say?
Actually, I was gonna say 2 things, and Zim couldn't wait for me to finish cooking my dinner. But the question I actually was going to ask was, with how things stand right now, what's the minimum and maximum amount of health points that are going to be for the characters? Because if the health points
get up to 50.
Started and end up at 50.
Yeah, the minimum is 8, and then the max is 50. Well, outside of by RAW, like you can get items and yeah, you can get items or possibly other things that the storyteller gives you for for increases to max HP, but by RAW. But that 1 damage per turn honestly can somewhat be ignored even at character creation, if it's by itself anyways. Whereas when you get 50 HP and you're just losing 1 per turn, that's like, okay. I think I am going to do the percentage of max health. Or perhaps we could have it by tiers.
Yeah, for me with the percentage, like, you wouldn't have it be that. The math wouldn't be that bad.
It wouldn't, but it would be easier for people if we're like, okay, is your max HP this? Or if is it between 1 and 10? Okay, it does 1 damage per turn. Is it between 11 and 20? It does 2, etc., etc.
Well, I mean, because, like, if we were to assume, like, 1 damage for, like, your starting health of 8.
Well, we got a few people here. Oh, Enja left. Okay. I was gonna be like, well, what do you think, Enja? But yeah, he's gone. So
Yeah, or I
Tiberius
mean, like,
and Seda, what do you think?
I think percentage might work, but the scaling up might also not be a bad solution. Because if you think about it, 1/8 of 50 is 6.25.
Yeah.
So
Well, there's also the thing that if we have it go from flat, we also can't have it go from flat to percentage because it could mean that at certain levels it's literally just worse to have burn 3 compared to burn 2. In term for the person inflicting it. So we either have to do full percentage or full flat.
yeah, or I'm assuming the percentage would be rounded down.
Yeah, well, because the thing is that if we do a percentage, let's say you only have 12 HP and you get hit with burn 2, you're probably going to be losing more HP per turn on burn 2 than you would be on burn 3 if it was percentage based.
Explain, because
Okay, so let's say we make it
in your view, what's the difference between burn 2 and burn 3?
I'm saying in case we change it from flat to percentage.
Mm-hmm.
So, even if it's just something where it's oh, you're taking 2 damage on burn 2, and then it moves to a percentage, there are health totals where burn 2 would be dealing more damage than burn 3.
I'm not following what you're talking about, Taldarius, and I don't think Seda is either.
Okay,
Can you
if you
give
have
us
a lower...
actual numbers?
Okay. So, what are you thinking of in terms of percentage again, just so I can...
If I do percentage,
I'm a
it'll probably
puppy.
be 10, 20,
I'm a
30.
puppy.
Okay, 10, 20, 30. My point entirely was just the whole, my point was just if we do the mix. We either have to do flat or mixed.
Oh no, we would do
percentage.
one or the other. It would
Yeah,
either be
that was
flat
literally
or
all I was saying.
mixed.
That
Yeah,
was
that
literally
was-
just the point that I was making.
There was no debate about mixing. It was just a, it's just a, one or the other. I'm just debating whether we just make it simpler on people and go with a, tiered system. So, 1 to 10 is, 1 damage. 11 to 20 is 2 damage. And if you get a, and that would be for the base of each of these,
So basically, tier 1 has a minimum of 1 damage, tier 2 has a minimum of 2, and tier 3 has a minimum of 3. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so percentage with a minimum.
No percentage. Just, we go either tier or we go percentage. One or the other.
Okay, but then there's the fact that, if it's percentage and, at start you get hit with burn 1, that's not a percent. That's
Well,
not...
I think
What we're
I think
saying,
the
we're
start should
not
be
going
minimum.
to percentage.
Yeah.
It'll be rounded up, though. Not
Alright.
rounded down.
what were you saying, Abby?
No, I was just about to say, I feel like when it comes to, because, if it's going to be scaling, I feel like it should start off flat because the HP would be kind of comparatively lower, but as characters level up and get more HP, percentage might be a little bit better.
Alright,
And I
we'll
guess
make
that's also
this
the question is-
easier. I think we'll make this easier and just do, We'll do a minimum damage and the percentage.
I know what you're saying, but if you remember...
So that way, if they're low health and they get hit with, say, burn 3, it'll do minimum of 3 damage, but it'll be a 30%.
Okay, so we're doing current health and not max health.
No, we're doing max health.
Oh, well, then you said if they're low health.
No, I like starting characters. So 8.
Oh,
You
okay,
know,
okay.
right now we have 8 max health.
He's the king of kobolds.
You don't necessarily want to have a situation where someone just rolls a character, gets badly poisoned, and dies
Mm-hmm.
in like one turn.
We don't. Well, as far as that goes, none of these will be able to kill you,
These guys,
but they will be able to render you unconscious.
You had wanted to talk to a certain
Oh.
not teacher, professional at the school. Tobias did not mention his name, but you would have been able to.
Yeah, no status effect will be able to kill you by itself. It's just a matter of they can render you unconscious, but you can recover from it afterwards.
He sounded impaired,
Hmm.
and Tobias.
I would not recommend, like, you know, getting hit with sleep when there's an incoming avalanche, though, for example. The status effect wouldn't kill you.
Well, yeah, the actual damage can absolutely kill you.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you know, don't take a nap in front of, like, you know, a falling avalanche or something. Maybe that'd be bad.
Well, yeah, the status effect itself will not kill you. The avalanche would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think overall that's just something that would definitely have to be just play testing to see how it feels, because in theory percentage feels like the fairer way to do things, just so poison keeps the same power level throughout, but flat obviously is very easy. But in the same vein, going through those spikes as a player would also feel kind of jarring.
Sorry, what was that?
You have like reason from a teacher.
I was kind of just reiterating that, like, you know, like flat numbers are easier, even though percentage just allow things to balance a bit more smoothly. But
I am back
Yeah,
again.
For simple,
I think we're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go with that.
there's like obvious.
There's a flat damage or a minimum damage, but it'll be percentage based.
yeah, I think
And
should help
welcome
just
back.
prevent. I think should help prevent the kind of the jarring from the okay. I went from 9 HP to 10, and now I'm dying from poison in like 4 turns as opposed to like
Mm-hmm.
8.
Right.
Ah, yeah, that's a very good point. Very good point.
There would definitely be that jump, because I think like minimum damage and then the percentage rounded down. So your percentage rounded down, if it's below 1, it's 1. But it being just the percentage there, we'll still have that jump where the rounded down just jump up, but it should probably feel a little bit less jarring, I'd reckon. But that's probably number crunching that I'm too hungry for. Because I'm just looking at this cast iron pan and I'm just like, God, I want to put meat on it.
Alright, see ya, Tamayote. I hope you enjoy.
So simple rules like that. It's gonna have your schedule.
Oh, okay, Tama. You should check Telegram, by the way. I sent you a squirrel.
If you go over there during free time.
Alright, so yeah.
A squirrel or the squirrel?
Squirrel. Riolu squirrel.
Okay, so that's squirrel.
Yes. Whoosh. Just because I can bring it back up.
So did squirrel get more art? Or is it just the official squirrel art?
The official character, yeah. I think we'll do it as, instead of rounding down or rounding up every time, it'll be rounded to the, as appropriate for math. So if it's 0.5 plus, it'll round up. If it's below that, it'll round down.
Round to the nearest whole. Fair enough.
Yeah. And we're going to go with the easier option of 10% per turn. Rather than what Pokemon has, which is, 1/8 or 1/16.
Mm-hmm.
Just because those can get... That, math by itself, rounding by itself, or percentages by themselves can be difficult. Let alone when you start being like, okay, I've got an 1/8 here or a 1/16.
Well, that means, poison at every level going up would be... Basically, poison 1 would do 1 damage up to 15 HP, which it then would switch over to 2 damage. And then would switch over again at 25 to 3 damage. Just for the 10%. And if that's an appropriate skill for your thinking, then there you go.
I don't know, does that feel too low?
Unless you're in a situation where it makes sense, you can. Like if you're chasing after someone, or
I think it actually fits in a really good spot because if you think about it, poison, even in like the main series games, it's not the game ender, but it puts you on a timer.
True. And I guess
And
it
plus, I think
does build up, so...
And that's the thing. So if you're doing 30%, then does level 3 have a minimum damage as well? Like, would the minimum damage be 3?
Yes, it would.
Okay, so you're doing 30% there, minimum 3. Let's see, what point would 30% move over to? Ten would be 3. 30% of. God damn it! Now you're making me bring up my calculator.
What are you trying to calculate for?
Max level poison. So level 3 poison, if it does 30%, would do 6 damage per turn at 20 HP.
Yeah, I think that's good. Well, not good, but it works for the system. Definitely not good to be hit by that every turn, but...
Yeah, because at that point, at max level, that drops you in 3 turns.
Yeah, that would be that would be something from like especially like some of the conditions, like how there's like poisoned and then there's badly poisoned. Like that would be something like that.
We are changing it. We're doing away with badly poisoned, and instead we're just doing basically everything has all status effects have a building capability on them. So you can have poison 1, 2, and 3, and then you've got frozen 1, 2, and 3. Sleep 1, 2, and 3, etc., etc. Good night, Olgavon. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah, but you also stopped that like because you were hurt, right? Or would you have opened them up early?
I see.
I'm also going to make all status effect moves just the same building amount. Well, yeah, we're going to do it we're just going to have it be the same across the board. Here, I am finally adding a table, Seda.
Look at. Does this table have a very neat, like, 1 to 50 row for HP and then a poison level 1, 2, 3 damage per turn graph?
It's just tiered, so damage. Hello there, Sky.
RAOW.
For a moment, I was like, wait, did we gain a warning?
You know, I actually think the same thing many times when somebody does the RAOW sound effect. For a brief moment, every time well, not every time, but most of the time when I hear the RAOW, it's like, oh, no, he's not here. Sag.
I'm a puppy. I'm a puppy.
Woo.
I am also adding a damage per turn to Frozen 2 and above. It's only going to be tier 1 damage, but I figure if you are that frozen, you're going to start, suffering some hypothermia.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
Fox Fiend just resubscribed for 19 months. Hazim and everyone, how are you doing?
Fox Fiend! Thank you so much for that resub and your 19 months of support. I'm doing well. How are you today?
And that makes sense, having freezing damage if they're frozen, as well as like some burn damage if they're on fire or burning or, yeah.
Well, burn by default does damage, but actual frozen by the Pokemon games does not deal damage. And the base frozen one will not do damage either. It's just if you are in a more advanced state of frozen, you will start to take damage.
You know the solution for that? You just gotta let it go.
Taldarius, ban him. Wait, I will banish you myself.
It's like, can't hold it back anymore.
To the Shadow Realm!
Let it go, let it go.
But you read that.
Like, turn away and slam the door.
I have been to the Shadow Realm.
I prefer the give up version.
It's okay. The Shadow Realm never bothered me anyways.
Don't worry, we can go
ban
to the
them
Shadow Realm
all
together. You can't ban me, I'm a mod.
Fuck, you're right. Oh, but Merle can. Well, not from the channel, but they do have the ability to ban you. From the Discord, at least.
Somebody mentioned butts?
Butts are nice.
Not everyone has the same classes.
They are.
You cast like quite a few people. And are you like rushing to class?
Oh, it's almost game time. Hey, Bad. Oh, I hope to you see you. That. I hope you feel better soon. Thank you for coming by.
Hopefully it's not anything too bad.
So, for today, I have managed to at least get paralysis, mostly. You know what? No, we're going to finish paralysis before we end. I want to actually add at least one. We did straighten out some other rules, so that was good. But I want to actually finish up at least one of these.
That virus. The 2019 virus that we don't talk about.
I don't know if it's a bad word, but I don't consider it a bad word. I still hope you feel better soon, though. Hey there, Drake. Thanks for coming by. Alright, so for paralysis, I have your initiative score is reduced by 1. You only have 1 action per turn. You have a 25% chance to be unable to attack per turn. Your movement speed is reduced by 50%, rounded down. And special movements such as flying and climbing are disabled. Otherwise, you have for the effect can be resisted as normal for other effects. Ground type moves can assist with resisting by reducing difficulty by 1, whether from the afflicted or their ally.
So by resisting, you mean that they can roll like every turn to try to get rid of it? Then
yes, that's exactly what it means. Paralysis 2, the afflicted has a 35% chance to be unable to attack, and Paralysis 3, the afflicted has a 50% chance to be unable to attack. Oh, I didn't realize you and her broke up, Ed. Oh, I'm sorry. It was the up its butt part, Lobaron. Oh, Taldarius moved down to the other room.
I should probably also.
Alright, well, I got paralysis done. We gotta get started with the game, so...
You beans have a fun
Stopping
session, Mike.
by.
Yeah, talk later.
Hope you come by and watch and enjoy.
Yeah, well, I'm about to have dinner, so...
Well, yeah, after dinner.
Cool.
Alright. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today for Streamworks, where we were working on our RAOW system. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Patreon, and more there on the website, as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is because of your support that I'm able to continue to bring these streams to you all. I cannot do this without you guys. You are awesome. I really appreciate your support. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, as well as simply coming by and hanging out. And you can also support by tipping to the channel directly, which also gets you on our doodle page sometimes. Depends on the goal. As well as you can also support the channel by subscribing to our YouTube. I'm trying to get to partner on YouTube, but I need your guys' help. We are less than 200 subscribers away from getting to partner on YouTube. So I need you guys to go subscribe, go support the channel over there. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.